What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully your day is going good. You're feeling well. You're feeling blessed. It is Friday.
Yes.
TGIF, right? But if y'all don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Leisha.
What up? What's going on, family? Hopefully you all have had a good day, a beautiful day. For us, it's been hot as whatever in Alabama, but it's all good because we just keep it going.
Rolling with it.
We just develop a relationship with fire, and we just keep it pushing. That's how we got to do it. But we're gonna give a moment for everybody to jump on in and see what's going on.
We got in the house.
Hopefully you
Carla,
all got.
What was that? Oh,
Yeah,
gotta
we're
bring
gonna
up the
jump
chat. Hold on.
I'll bring that back up.
All right.
We got Carla. What's up, Carla?
Teresa, you made it, sweetheart.
Yes.
Yes, you made it.
Awesome. We got Steven Bird in the house.
Welcome.
What's up? Just got back from
Jitsu class?
Oh boy.
Okay.
Got that protection going on.
Okay.
You don't need to hire no protection. You probably black belt already.
Got that.
And it's funny because it's hold on, let me show you how funny this is that you got this jujitsu showing up here. Is that on our thing?
Wow.
Like on our thing, right? It's actually showing a little ninja, so it's just that is hilarious that you have that on there.
Confirmation.
Yep.
Synchronicity.
All right. So this evening, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going into some tips to help you all out during these hard times. And we're not just talking about the things that they're talking about on the news right now. We're talking about just on a spiritual level, just keeping things healthy, because aside of everything that's going on right now, these are just some things that we should all be doing on a normal day-to-day basis, just to keep our vibrations high, to keep our everything flowing the way that it should. You want to set that up?
Yeah, facts.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're just going to talk about the energies. Really, I think today's video is really going to be more about the ascension. So we have all these distractions going on, right? We have the what's the C word? The famous C word. We have that going on.
Yeah, we know the C word.
We have what else we have going on?
Used to be a favorite beverage, but it's not anybody's favorite anymore.
Right.
Is that too much light?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. Let me bring that down. We didn't want to blind you.
There you go.
Okay.
And what else we got going on? We got a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah.
Everything, it's running every which way but loose right now, the energies. So we really want to take some time today to focus on our ascension. We got a whole bunch.
Okay. Sorry, just sound check. That's all.
Okay. So that's what this is about. This is about the ascension. And so we're going to give some tips on how you can literally be an alchemist. Right, babe?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because this is definitely a time to be an alchemist, to be a magician, to be a wizard, and use your powers for good, because that's what it's for. Hold on, let me bring the chat back up, because I made a mistake. Put that down.
Oh, somebody used to live in Prattville.
Oh, boy. Prattville's not too far from here. That's pretty cool.
Who is this? Someone is joining us. But that's Lioness. Welcome. How do you say it? Succulent Tarot?
Succulent Tarot.
Succulent Tarot. Welcome.
Succulent.
Welcome.
Must be vivacious. That's what when I hear the word succulent, I'm thinking she got some thick, she just hips, all that. That's what.
Just all over the place.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
It's okay. It's okay. Succulent Tarot. That's a pretty interesting name. So how is everyone doing? How are you guys handling these retrogrades and these energies? Just be honest with us. Just put it in the chat and just keep it real. How are you keeping up? If you're not keeping up, you can say not. If you're keeping up, you can say I'm keeping up. I'm doing good. But just being honest and real with yourself. How has it been for the past year.
I mean, this year, oh my gosh. I mean, we already halfway through. We're right now in what called the third quarter.
Right.
As far as this year is concerned, and we got a whole nother quarter and a half to go. So it's
divine guidance says she's treading water.
She's treading water. Hey, just keep treading. Just keep treading.
Just keep going. It's just,
and you know, it's funny you say treading water, because when you think about water, you think about emotions. And when you're able to tread those water, that means that you're not letting these emotions or these waters take you down, which is awesome.
You're staying afloat, just like these banks. That's what they, stay afloat.
Yep, they stay. Wow. Maritime law.
Yep. Stephanie,
I want
to slap someone. We're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Carla says, I'm good. That's what's up. So Carla is managing the energies. That's good. That's good. But we all different. So, things are going to hit us different. What's going to take somebody under is going to probably make you a millionaire. So we all have different ways, because we all have different tools, right? So we got a carpenter. If there is a season where hurricane comes through and just got rid of everybody's house, the doctor is going to be suffering. He's going to be out there like, where the hell am I going to live?
With my patients.
Right, literally.
Yeah.
And so the carpenter is going to come through like, shoot, what you talking about? I'm about to start over, build me a brand new house. So these energies, they really handle us each in a different way.
Yep. And one of the first tips that we're going to give as far as handling these challenging times, which is easier said than done, which is keep a positive attitude. Because when we say keep a positive attitude, this also goes into the 7 Hermetic principles, which is understanding that everything is mental. Okay? So everything starts in the mind. These phones that we have, that you are watching us on right now, or you may be watching us on a tablet, very few of you all are watching us from a computer based off of the statistics. But at some point, somebody imagined these devices that you're using, okay? And it all started in their mind. So whatever you're wanting to experience, you have to first see it here. You got to have that 20/20 vision, and then you can reverse engineer and get to the place where you're in a positive state majority of the time.
Right. And then, like in a positive is good, and good is good, and all those type of things. But just trying to keep things with balance when necessary, because sometimes you can put yourself so positive that you become a hindrance to yourself. You can throw yourself out of balance by trying to be positive when it's not called for, if you know what I mean. So just trying to really use your intuition and use your discernment to know when to tap into your divine masculine and your divine feminine energy to bring balance to a situation. Because, just very simple example, you're probably a divine masculine, divine feminine, you got a nice union going on, you're probably going to the movie, and maybe somebody just come and try to, I'm not saying it's going to happen, just using an example, try to take your mate away or yank them away and maybe try to kidnap them. What you going to say, love and light? No, you're not going to say love and light. You're going to tap into that protective masculine energy, and you're going to handle the situation, in the best way to protect your next of kin.
Yeah, you're going to.
Right. So balance.
Stop it.
So, balance is very important in these times, knowing when to pull from your different energy fields. And another example, you got a baby, you're a man, right? You might have to babysit. You're a baby. So instead of just kind of like being all tough and masculine and, overly, you got to pull from the feminine side, the nurturing side, so the baby can, get everything that the baby needs. So it's just a matter of keeping things balanced in these times to help out.
Yeah, it said yes. Don't want to bypass emotions that come up.
Boom. And that's something that I wanted to touch on is spiritual bypassing. That's what we call spiritual bypassing. And
yeah. So many people do that.
We want to touch on spiritual bypassing before this is out.
Yeah. Hey, we can well, let's go back into it because I believe spiritual bypassing is something that is going to come up again. Actually, no, it's not going to come up again. Actually, yes. Actually, it's a part of
retrogrades.
Yeah, and it's also a part of the second one, which is if so many of you are familiar with the Serenity Prayer, right? Is that one of the ways to keep a positive mindset or to keep your vibrations high is to understand that there are just certain situations that you just cannot change. You know, we received some really awesome advice from this gentleman that was hitting on 90, but he looked as if he was just about hitting 60.
Oh, I remember him.
And yeah, awesome wisdom.
He looks so good for his age. It's crazy.
Yeah. But we asked him, like, what's your secret to looking so good at this age? Now, keep in mind, well, I'm not going to say that because we can still look good no matter what our lineage is.
Right.
But we asked him, like, what do you do to look so healthy? He was like, well, you know, I eat well, but, you know, one of the things that I do the most is that I understand that if there's something that I can do to change a situation, then I do it. But if there's nothing I can do to change a situation, I leave it alone.
You don't let it bother him. He's like, it really has become that simple for me.
Yeah, because stress is a mother.
And it would kill you quick, fast, and in a hurry. You can't even get to eat your grapefruits and stuff. You got you're worried about too much stuff.
Yeah. So you just got to learn to let go when letting go is appropriate. You got to also another term. You got to know when to fold them.
Yeah, know when to walk away.
Know when to run. You better count your blessings. You know, that's my white side coming out. Oh God, did I snort a little bit?
Yeah, you did.
I snorted a little bit.
You sure did.
Have I ever heard that before?
I heard it. It's all good. It's all good.
Oh gosh. Okay. Well, and just a side note, this is not a tip, but one of the ways to lift your vibration, just watch us. You know, we do some crazy stuff every now and again. We try to keep a smile on the face, but you know,
we try.
Just saying.
We really try.
You want to hit that next one, babe?
Yes. This one is for me. That's why he said I need to read it.
Oh, really?
Learn and practice relaxation techniques such as meditation and yoga. Because this will increase things like patience.
Yes.
Which everyone knows Leisha's here on this planet to gain patience.
Also. Everybody don't know. Not everybody.
They know now.
Not everybody.
Yes. So I'm doing better though. I'm doing so much better. Patience was definitely not one of my strong areas, but I have evolved.
Yes.
Definitely have evolved over the past 2-3 years. Yes, yoga is very good.
Oh boy, you know, I'm looking forward to getting the splits. Right now I'm really working on my mobility, and I've finally gotten back to the point where I can actually start running again, because it was a point that things weren't that great. But, you know, I had to get that flexibility going, and hopefully one day I'll be able to do a split. As soon as I'll be able to do it, I'll post it on the Instagram or something.
Oh, shoot. Look, my best friend. Stephanie, you know you my best friend because you just said that.
What she said?
Talking about our Florida tans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's still going.
Still
going. We're trying to get back before it fades away.
I know. Florida was just so good to us. Like, our skin is just glycerin and just shine. Like, I promise you, I feel like I literally aged backwards.
Yes.
Like, I wish I'm not lying. Like, I literally feel like the time kind of like went back at least 2 to 3 years. Because my birthday is coming up and I'm about to be the big 40. The big 40. So it's a big thing. And that's going to be in September.
Yep.
So, yeah. I know it's getting there. And the next one is
oh, did we talk about the techniques for relaxing?
Relaxing? Oh, you gonna tell them? Oh, you do a lot of relaxing.
I don't do a lot of relaxing. Oh gosh, make it sound like I'm in the ethers just 24/7.
You Pisces, baby.
Oh gosh.
Everybody already know you Piscean. And Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces, yes. So we already know. No shame in it, baby. You up there, and you just know a lot of stuff that goes on up there, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. But during these times, definitely some relaxation tips would be number one, which is our number one go-to, is meditation. Yes. Okay. Meditation has so many benefits as far as lowering blood pressure because you're not stressing out. It lowers cholesterol. It actually lengthens your lifespan. Because if you know anything about telomeres, I believe it's telomeres.
Yeah, the X with the little things at the bottom, like on the sneakers, on the lace for the shoes. It's kind of like that. You can think of it like that. Yeah, but your telomeres, which is on the end of your DNA strand, they actually are lengthened by meditation. Just the process of going through and meditating actually lengthens those telomeres. And those telomeres actually dictate how long you're going to live. And how your body regenerate new cells. So which is pretty important. So when you see, there's a 75-year-old lady. She's vegan. She went vegan, I think, when she was in her 50s or something like that. Yep. And she looks super amazing. She just eats raw foods and stuff. So her body knows how to regenerate itself. She's 75 and she looks like she's probably in her 30s. Like maybe my age. Maybe, in her 30s. And when her and her husband go to the grocery store, they think that's like his granddaughter, his daughter or something, not her husband. She decided to change the way that she lived her life back 30 years prior, and he decided he's going to stay eating the same things and do what he's doing. Like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And so they they look completely different. And he said that he wished he really had took that route back then, because now he got all types of this and diabetes, and she has nothing. Yeah. So meditation has so many benefits. We see a lot of y'all love it. And one of the other things is that's so beneficial about meditation is that it keeps you present in the moment. Because a lot of depression comes from things that we think about in the past. Facts. And a lot of anxiety comes from things that we think about in the future. That's not even here yet. So none of these things, and you really, so you see how that could be stressful. So anytime you're feeling sad, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling depressed, check your thoughts. And 99.9% like Lysol, right? you're in the past. Right. If you're in deep rest, more than 99.9% of the time, if you feel yourself in that moment and you check what you're thinking about, it's something that already took place. And you have really no control over it, really. Right. Or so you feel, because it's already gone. And now when you talk about like jittery and maybe anxious, check your thoughts, because it's something that you're worrying about or thinking about that has not even occurred yet, or it might not even ever happen. Yeah. So present is the place to be, and meditation does help with that. Now on to the next thing, which is exercising regularly. Okay? And now this can be walking, this could be going to the gym, it could be swimming, hiking, biking, yoga. Just get out and move. Get your body moving. I mean, started doing this a couple months ago, and I definitely feel a difference in the way that I sleep. Even my focus is better. Like it's a lot better when you start getting your body to move. Nice. It feels better.
Oh, Steven likes to run. Okay,
nice.
We got a runner. I don't know if anybody on here has ever ran a marathon or anything like that, but you know that's a hell of a thing to train for, and we still got some people that's training for it in their house, even though they're have their stay-at-home orders. They still have the hope that they will still be able to go out and run a marathon, and I hope they can do it too, because we need to stop all this madness and let everybody go back and do what they need to do. But anyway,
Stephanie said, OMG, I was in an online meditation class. Next thing I know, I was waking up and I heard everyone saying thank you for the class. I missed the whole class. It's okay, don't feel bad. You know, you just had someplace to be.
Yeah.
That's it. Somebody helped you to open the door because you had something important that you had to take care of, and it had nothing to do with this dimension. So you just tell them thank you very much.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But you know what? In all honesty, that meditation was successful.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that's a goal for meditation is to allow yourself to dissolve.
Yeah.
And it's good if you can allow yourself to dissolve and still be aware of it. But just being able to dissolve yourself is spot on.
It is. And Divine Guidance says, I love to dance around the house, plus it raises my vibrations.
Nice. Yes.
Beautiful. She was just listening to some 70s dance music. That's what's up.
That is
a good way to raise your vibrations, because when I want to feel good, that's the same thing I do. But the only difference is I'll put on some Caribbean music.
Yep.
And if you want me to dance, put on some Caribbean music, and I am gone for about a good hour. So I'll be you think, okay, Mom, at least you lost it now.
No, not you. She ain't lost nothing.
And Stephanie said that was some good sleep. Yes,
I bet it was.
I could bet your bottom dollar that it was.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, and that's actually one of the things we're going to touch on in a minute. But the next thing, to keep you in high vibrations. Now, you can thank Ralph for what I'm about to say, but 7-day vegan challenge.
Yes. Eating healthy. And we always going to put this small disclaimer in here, because not everyone thrives on an all raw or vegan diet. We get that. But it's if you can, then that's good. And as long as you're eating a balanced diet and you know what works for you, that is awesome also. Find out what blood type. It's always really good to know what your blood type is.
Yes.
And try to see if you can work around with your blood type, what works for your blood type. And try it out and see, because oftentimes that does help a lot. Right? And there are like apps and stuff, and you can do your own research, and you can find out more, because some people might be allergic to peanuts or something like that.
Yeah.
And it might give them headaches, and some people might be allergic to simple foods that you might eat and you're okay, but somebody else.
Like for me, for example, because of my blood type, I can't have a lot of almonds. I mean the raw almonds. Like I can have the almond milk and things like that. But if I have too much of almonds, I start to get these headaches. I was like, why can't I eat these almonds?
We realized what it was, and then we did some research and we found out. But you know what? It was you were eating peanuts, and also the peanuts had an ingredient called Mexil or something. I'll probably have to look it up, but it's a name we can't pronounce, and that's how you know we had no business eating it in the first place.
Right.
Because we don't even know how to say it, so we shouldn't be eating it. But it was an M name, and then we did the research, realized that causes headaches. And so we cut it out, and headaches are gone.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. And actually, no. So, no, it wasn't the almonds that caused the headaches. The almonds actually caused stiffness in my body.
Yes, stiffness.
Because I was like, why I was like feeling so stiff, like I wasn't able to move, and I wasn't as fluid as I wanted to be. And come to find out, dang on almonds
you had too much of it. Somebody say it makes it really hard for me to be vegan. I have OAS that's make me allergic to raw foods. Yeah, that can too. And you know what's interesting with what I found out about these fruits and vegetables and stuff that we just get in the grocery stores, a lot of them have like pesticides and stuff on them.
Yeah.
And because of those pesticides, it messes up your stomach and it can cause all kinds of sorts of stuff. So, and you're right. The society kind of makes it a little bit tricky to try to go raw because of all these stuff that they put on the foods, right? It's not supposed to be there. So we are really looking into buying our own land. Like, guys, we are so serious.
So dead serious.
So serious. Like, it's going to happen. We're going to get our own land and we're going to start growing our own food. And that way we don't have to worry about all these pesticides and all this other stuff that they put in the foods that's making people really sick.
Yes.
Because then it discourages you from eating food from the earth. Right?
Yep. So that's definitely one way of raising your vibration, because when you're taking in healthy foods, the ones that harmonize with your body and harmonize with your DNA, it just automatically sends that vibration up. Just like Divine Goddess was talking about waking up with a whole bunch of grapes in your mouth.
Like Ralph.
That's how you do it.
With seeds in it.
Getting those antioxidants, that vitamin C. Yeah, that's how you do it.
That's
you raise
how you
those
do
vibrations.
It.
Yes.
Exactly.
All right. Now the next one is one that we, as empaths, and for those who are introverts, this is something that is definitely needed, not only for raising your vibration, but also keeping your sanity, which is learning how to set boundaries.
Yes.
Okay? And learning to say no.
No, I can't do it. You see, you start saving yourself a lot of stress. Anxiety, because that's where the anxiety comes in with empaths, is because you want to say yes to everybody.
Yes.
You know you can't say yes, you know you can't do it, but then you're going to feel bad if you say no. So because you say yes to somebody, now you got to figure out how you're going to feed the baby, tie the goat, how you going to go catch water,
how you going to get across town
how
in
you
10
going to get
minutes.
across town in 10 minutes to come back, because you told Susie you was going to be there on the phone to talk to her. And you know good and well you got 50 million things that you got to do. So you have to know when to set boundaries and when to say, hey, listen, I wish I could, or if I didn't have to do this, I would have been right here. However, today is not a good day, such and such and such. And don't you go tell Susie that you're going to do it tomorrow when you know good and well that you can't do it tomorrow.
Right.
Don't commit to something that you know you can't do. That's how empaths get themselves in trouble. And then now,
a hairy situation.
Now you the bad guy because you said you was gonna do something and now you ain't doing it, so now you feel double times bad.
Right.
Right. So setting healthy boundaries. Tell Susie no.
All right. And we got about two more topics that we're gonna jump into. And so for those of you all who would like to have a card reading, you can definitely submit that information in just a moment. We're going to put the scroll back down on the bottom of the screen in just a moment, but we're going to go ahead and cover these last two, along with some other things to make sure that you're aware of, because not only do we have these natural things that are going on, but we have some cosmic things that are going on that you definitely need to be aware of. So we're going to touch on that in just a moment.
Yes, and Holly, welcome, sweetheart, welcome. It's okay, you're still here. Don't mind that you're late. Teresa, she said this is good advice, especially if you're a parent. Yes, especially for parents. You gotta say you cannot, Susie. Not tonight, Susie.
Now, and this is so much on point, especially for parents. Now, if you have little ones, which we know, Teresa, you may have that little one that may hinder this one, but definitely get enough sleep, get enough rest.
Yes, when you can. When the baby sleeps, if you can, you sleep with the baby. Yes. I used to struggle with that when my kids were little. They're big now. Oh my goodness, I can't believe my kids are so big.
Yeah, they're grown.
Yeah, they're grown.
Got one almost out the house.
Almost out the house. But yeah, you got to sleep when the baby sleeps if you can. And sometimes it's hard because you have a job or you have other responsibilities. So it's really difficult sometimes. I remember when I was a mom, I'm still a mom, but when I was a younger mom,
right,
I used to have 3 hours sleep sometimes, 4 hours sleep, because I had to go to school, and then I had to go to my full-time job, and then I had my internship that I was doing, and then I was breastfeeding because I don't really like those formula stuff. I don't know what the hell they got in those things. So I would breastfeed my babies. So I had to be pumping milk, running to class, taking the milk home, making sure I have it, you know, in the freezer or in the fridge. It could be crazy. Being a parent trying to get sleep, it almost seems like sleep is not in your vocabulary sometimes.
Yes,
but you have to try.
Yes.
Gotta try.
Now, if you are having difficulties with falling asleep, here's just some quick tips on some things you can do to help get a better night's rest. Okay. First thing, try to make sure that you eat dinner before the sun goes down.
Yes.
Okay. Just because this allows your body to put in the work that it needs to put in prior to you going to sleep to help digest your food. So that way your body is not just up trying to do stuff. Okay. The next thing that you could do is to take either a cold shower preferably, but if you're not gangster like that, then take a lukewarm shower. Okay, it may sound counterintuitive to take a cold shower, but believe me, it relaxes the body and it allows you to fall asleep a lot quicker. Okay.
Steven says he has insomnia, but he takes medicine for it. So depending on how long you've been taking the medicine, your body might have just gotten used to that algorithm.
Right.
So that'll be a whole process. So you might as well just keep on taking that medicine until maybe one day you're ready to go to Peru and go get you a nice ayahuasca retreat, and then you probably won't even need that insomnia medicine anymore because you done met Mother Ayahuasca and she done told you something different and what to do and how to fix it.
Or you can actually take some natural herbs that are already available here now, which is like lavender tea, chamomile tea. Those things could.
But not if okay, this is a thing because I'm a Caribbean herb person.
Okay, go ahead.
So let me just jump in. I'm a Caribbean herb person. So my family grew up on herbs. That's just how we did things. Like I didn't really do too much doctor and that type of stuff. But that's just how I grew up. So my body's trained that way. Everybody's not the same. Their body is different. So when you take a certain medicine for a certain period of time, your body gets used to a certain algorithm. It gets lenient on that. And sometimes when you try to take like an herbal remedy, let's say you just maybe tonight you decide you're not going to take your thing and then you just jump and you take that herb, it can have like adverse effects because it's like now it's fighting, the herb is trying to fight the artificial whatever. So that might not work out for you. So do some research on it if you wanted to look into the herbal side of things. I would definitely encourage you to do some research first and see how it works adversely with natural herbs before you take it.
Now, there's one other thing that just came to mind, and I like to get your input on this as well, is that because a lot of times when it comes to not being able to go to sleep, it's a lot of the mental activity that's going on where you're thinking about things that went on throughout the day, and then you're thinking about what's going to happen for tomorrow. Now, there has been studies and things or stuff that's been done as far as journaling before you go to bed. So that way you write down everything that happened throughout the day. You get it on paper. You get that out of your system, and then you can also plan a little bit about what you're wanting to do for tomorrow. So that way you get that kind of out of your system. That way your mind is not that active, and it allows you to go to sleep a little bit better, especially if you add some other things into it as well.
That can help too. That can help. But again, when you start taking medicine, prescription medicine for things, it alters your chemistry.
Yeah, true.
True. But you can try those little things, journaling and stuff like that. But if you want to look into the herbal way, the natural way, Stephen, I would definitely advise you do some research first.
Yes.
And see how that works out.
All right. And last but not least, one of the tips as far as building a good vibration, keeping your vibes high during these stressful, uncertain times, is connection, people, preferably people you like, people that you want to be around. Okay, because just that community is what's going to really help in raising your vibrations. Because sometimes, sometimes you just don't have like you may be able to go out and exercise, you may be able to keep your mind positive and things of that nature, but there's just something that's just wired within us inherently that we want to experience or share our happiness and joy with somebody else. And in return, it actually helps boost our immune system. It boosts so many things just by having a community, one that really supports us.
Hugs and stuff like that they're trying to get rid of. But things like that does help and to raise the vibration and to help you to deal with these trying times. And this is I think that was the last one, babe.
And then you got this
but
quote
this is
from,
the quote. I want to read you guys this quote because I found this quote and I find it very inspirational and uplifting, and I want to share it with everyone. You probably know it already, but I'm just going to say it again anyhow. This one comes from Henry Ford. So Henry Ford says, when everything seems to be going against you, remember that the airplane takes off against the wind, not with it.
So when you're starting out, things are not going to be as easy as you think they are, but once you persevere and you move past the turbulence and you continue to rise and ascend, and you just glide on from there.
Right. And now we're going to get into the juiciness, guys.
Yes.
We're going to get into, but that's if we don't have any requests right now. Okay. Good. So we don't have any requests. So let's get into the juicy stuff.
So we're just going to share something for you all right now. You may have already been aware of this. You may not be aware of it, but we're going to bring it to your awareness.
Gonna get some juicy
Actually, let me
stuff.
move this over so we can see. Okay. All right. So here we go, y'all. If y'all didn't know, right now, these are the planets that are currently in retrograde.
That is a lot, guys. We had 6 at one point. We had 6, but one of them, I think they jumped out of the ring on the 25th of June. So we only have 5 right now. And so, guys, that's why you're feeling this intenseness, and this is why you're feeling like, you know, stuff that you thought that you took care of already is telling you hello again. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? So that's part of the reason, right? So we're going to start out with the first one that we got here. This is Jupiter is in Capricorn. So these are all the planets that are in retrograde, guys, and we're going to tell you exactly what it means and how to be that alchemist and use these energies to propel you, literally propel you forward once these planets start going back direct. Okay, because that's what it is. This, you know, people look at retrograde as something that's negative. But if you're an alchemist, this is not a negative thing. This is actually, it's like taking a bow and arrow, and then you keep pulling and you pulling, and the further you propel, when you let that arrow go, and you can consider letting the arrow, you know, releasing the arrow, you can consider that when the planet goes back direct. So depending on how far back you pull yourself, that will be the extent of where you propel to. So we're going to get into some of these retrogrades so we can see how we're going to use these cosmic energies to become the greatest and the best versions of ourselves currently. So right now we have Jupiter in retrograde. That went retrograde on the 14th of May. Looks like it's going to be there for 2 months. All right. And this one is all about expansion, right? So Jupiter, that's the planet really of that represents abundance.
And you got to think about expansion. Because when you think about expansion, you're thinking about something that was, hold on, let me bring this in just a little bit. Hold on just a second. Okay. So when you think about expansion, right? You think about something that it was like this at first. But then as it expands, it goes out or it goes up, depending on which way it's going, right? But normally during that time, let's just say, for example, like you're working out, things of that nature. At first, your muscles are small, but then the more you work out, the bigger they get. And as you're going through that expansion and you're doing that working out, so you're going from smaller muscles to bigger muscles, there's going to be some pain that is going to be what's the word I'm looking
associated.
for? Right, associated with that growth, but it's growth nonetheless.
Exactly. You're growing. And so with Jupiter being in retrograde in Capricorn, that is signifying expansion. Like my baby said, up, out, around, everywhere. So this is the time. What this means, because everybody's like, Crystalline should be quiet. What the hell does this shit mean?
Just tell us.
Get on with it. What does it mean? Okay. So what it means is that this is giving you a chance to take a long, let me be like Jada, a long. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I have to get with that one in there. This is this is giving you a chance to take a long look at your life's journey thus far. Okay? And this is with this energy, you're gonna utilize this energy and you're gonna be that alchemist and you're gonna pick apart the pieces in your life. Take a look at all the chapters, relationships, career, right? Family. Literally look at all of these aspects of your life and where you're at right now and start asking yourself these tough questions. Question number 1, am I growing into the person that I envision? Okay. Question number 2, am I happy at my job or am I happy with my career? And how do my relationships, my current relationship and even past relationship, how does that affect my peace, my well-being? So these are the tough questions you're going to ask yourself after you pick those parts of your life apart and take a look at them, a long look, okay? And now when you're taking a look at them, you're going to use this time to readjust as you go along and you gather. So this is what the energy is here. This is how you use it. So you look at it because now things are going to become clearer to you. It's 2020.
Yeah.
Right?
2020 vision.
They're not saying it for no reason, I promise you. So you really could be able to look and you can literally like reshape yourself. This is the energy that comes here to help you to reshape and reform and adjust and tweak along the way.
Yeah, because I seriously feel like that's what we're doing right now, because there are just some things that we've been working on ourselves individually and as well as together to really tweak to help become our greatest versions. And it's fun because we didn't really know that these planets were in retrograde at the time. But now just looking back at it, we can understand, okay, so that's why I started researching this. That's why I started doing this. This is why I started getting up early in the morning and things of that nature.
And so this is a time that this is a perfect time. You take a look around and you can see this is a perfect time to examine your morality, right? What's important to you? What do you deem to be moral? You get to examine that and you get to adjust the belief systems that's no longer serving you.
Please adjust those belief systems.
Take a long look to see what belief system is taking you away or to where you're trying to be. This energy comes in to help you with that. This is Jupiter. This is the planet of abundance. So when it's going retro, it's taking a look at all the areas that's holding it back so that when it goes direct, guess what? Once you figure that out and you let that arrow, abundance
coming through,
right?
Come through abundance.
Yes. And then you go through, you propel now with clarity. Now you have a better understanding and understanding of the situation. So you propel yourself forward. And that's how you use that energy.
Alrighty.
All right. And so that one is
that was Jupiter.
That was Jupiter. And that one was expansion. And the next one, what do we got?
We got Saturn in Aquarius.
Saturn in Aquarius, the age of information. This one is, the theme for this one is practicality. You gotta be practical, okay? And this is a perfect time to understand what your challenges are and how to overcome them. And this retrograde can be used to look at your challenges with a broader perspective. What's challenging you right now? Take the time to look at it at a bird's eye view.
There you go.
Not just even with no little, like, no. The whole picture. Take a look at it. Inside out. Break it apart. Right? And because Saturn is in retrograde in Aquarius, these times can be frustrating. That's why you see a lot of frustration.
It's a lot of frustration going on.
But because Saturn is going retrograde in Aquarius, you know, Aquarius is like information age, you know, intelligence. So what you can do is you can utilize that energy to create something new. Okay, I'm just going to use an example. I'm not saying I like this example. It's just an example. Okay. The situation that we're in now, there are people that actually lost their jobs. I actually know people who they're not able to work, so they became alchemists. They started making masks and selling it.
Right.
And they are making so much money now. So they figured out a way to turn a bad situation into something good by being creative and innovative. I'm not saying I like that idea. I probably won't even support it.
No.
But I'm just giving you an example of how you can take a time that is really frustrated and you feel pressured, and you can use that energy to turn it into something that can assist you, right? Instead of being like pitiful and feeling like a victim.
Right. Yeah, because, you know, at one point, you know, we considered selling the mask just to get an opportunity to pretty much just ride that wave while we could. But when we think about it, that's where the integrity comes in.
Right.
Because, you know, we had it up there for a hot minute.
Yeah.
And then we were like, you know what? That just really is not the type of message that we want to send to everybody.
Right.
So we had to take a step back and be like, you know what?
Reevaluate.
We had to reevaluate. And I'm about to show you what we reevaluated to as soon as this comes up here. Because we wanted to change the narrative. Okay? And in changing the narrative, let me bring this back up here.
Yeah, because we about empowering people. And the throat chakra, which is the color blue, right? This is vital. Your throat chakra is vital on the ascension journey.
Yes.
So we're not trying to get you to block your throat chakra at all in any way, form, shape, or fashion.
Yeah. So as a result, this is what we wanted to offer to the world, really, is to change the perspective on what's going on. And of course, these shirts are available on twinflamesunite.com. The link is in the description. But you can see in the shirt where it says that I am clever, I am original, I am valuable, I am infinite, I am deserving in 2019 and beyond.
Yes. So that's a really powerful message that we wanted to send out instead of shut up, you know?
Yeah.
It's really a lot more powerful message. And so with that being said, you know, when you think of Saturn being in retrograde in Aquarius, what you want to think of is use innovative ways to advance you, to propel you, to use that, you know, that read at retro to propel, and when it goes direct, bam, right? And so just turn that energy around to serve you.
Yes.
In a more desirable light instead of that whole fear thing. We really didn't want to support that at all. We that's not what we're here for. So
nope.
Yeah. And the next one is a third one, which is one of, I don't even know why I'm saying it's my favorite. That just makes me feel kind of weird now. Because I don't know. But I think it's my favorite. I'm going to tell you why it's my favorite.
Why is it your favorite?
Pluto being in Capricorn, and it's there for 3 months. You see that?
Wow.
So, yeah. pretty significant. 3 is my number too. What's our number?
Yeah.
But Pluto is in retrograde for in Capricorn for 3 months. So Pluto is a planet that represents power. And I had a dream with Pluto, and I'm gonna tell you guys that dream, and I think maybe that's why I feel kind of strongly about Pluto being in retrograde, because Pluto is a planet that handles the power, and when Pluto goes in retrograde, it's really a good thing. It's actually a good thing.
Okay.
Because
I believe you.
Yeah. Pluto is helping us to pull back. Now, this is the original pull back and propel forward. With Pluto being retrograde in Capricorn, right?
Yeah, and Lex said it's hers too.
Wow. See? So Pluto energy is about power. It's about the subconscious mind. It's about, secrets and forces and toxicity. Right? And Pluto, it rules like the mysteries of the world, the mysteries of life, and it rules the spirit world. That's what Pluto is really in charge of. So it's when Pluto is going direct, it's more about directing your outer power, right?
Yeah.
But when Pluto is going retrograde, it's really about your inner power. So you see, this is why I kind of like Pluto being in retrograde, because it gives you a chance to work on that power that's within you, which is a beautiful thing. This is a perfect time, like if you want to break a bad habit, you want to get rid of old patterns, addictions, purging, whether it's mental, spiritual, physical. This is the perfect time with the energies right now to do that when Pluto is in retrograde in Capricorn. So I think that's one of the reasons why I like it. You're going to notice that you might be seeing a lot of things coming up subconsciously that you're probably not ready to deal with, like what the planet is doing right now. See all the dirty stuff.
Everything's coming to the surface. It's
just coming to the surface.
Everything that was done on the dark web, on the black market, is now coming to the light.
All the petties, everything is just coming to the surface because that's what the energy is right now. But you could be that alchemist, and you can use that to propel you forward and let it serve you.
Right.
Okay. Because this is literally your inner power. So you're getting a chance to work on your inner power. You're getting a chance to quit smoking. Okay. You're getting a chance to start working out. You're getting a chance to change your diet. You're getting a chance to maybe read 3 books a week. So whatever, if you're trying to start something or you're trying to end something, this is a perfect time to do it. The energy will support you.
Nice.
Okay.
That is good to know.
So this is inner purge.
Yes. All right. And so on to the next one.
This one is Neptune in Pisces. This is for my baby.
Yes.
Me too.
I just like Neptune. Neptune is one of them. Because, every time I think about Neptune, I'm thinking about Poseidon. And I don't know if he's really connected with Neptune or not. But when I see that symbol for Neptune, it just draws me into that.
Yeah, it is. It's your planet. This is for Pisces.
Yep.
So Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces right now. And so everything is about the imagination. It's very imaginative, When Neptune, when the planet is going direct, is you seeking oneness with everything outside of you. So you mingling, with the crowd and everything. But when it's going retro, it turns inward. So you see a lot of inner work.
Yeah. I mean, there's no lie, because I've been doing a lot of meditation, a lot of reflecting on who I am as a human being, as a man. It's just a lot of that has been going on.
A lot. And listen to this one, heightened intuition. Do you feel like you're intuitive more than usual?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. This is the stuff that happens, right?
Yeah, it feels at some point like I'm actually reading people's minds.
I bet you do. I know you do too. I know you do. And then we have lucid dreams. So you might lucid dream more than you typically do. You might start remembering more of your dreams. Maybe you're a person and you don't really remember dreams like that, but lately you have been remembering your dreams.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah. And you might have a sensation for the supernatural more now than before.
Yeah.
Right.
And once again, I will say this for everybody. Please do not discount your dreams.
No.
They are very, very instrumental right now. A lot of downloads or information is being given through the dream state. Thanks. And if you can really look into lucid dreaming and find the way that works best for you, it will be so beneficial for you on so many levels.
And like I said, that is what I was telling you the other night. Boom.
There you go.
So now you see why. You see, this is why we have to come on here and explain these energies, because if you really, you can have things happen. Things can happen, and then you'll be like, why is this happening? I wonder why. But then when you know why it's happening, now you can attack it with purpose. And when you attack something with purpose instead of by accident,
boom.
Bam. Who messing with you?
Ain't nobody.
Who messing with you?
You the chief.
Not nobody. Not even if they try. Okay? So nobody's not messing with you when you know what's going on in the cosmos, and when you know what's really going on energetically with you and people around you. So now you moving, you got a different flow now. It got a little bit more confidence. You know when when the tide is coming in, you know how to like bob and weave, like, you know,
surfing.
Oh shoot, like, you know. Now you're moving different. Your spirit is different now, because now you know what's coming next, so you can prepare. And you know how to prepare, right? So the next one, what we got now, baby?
Oh, the next one, let me transition this one over.
Oh, I wasn't done. I still got a little bit more notes in this one.
Oh, you still got a little bit more notes?
This one, it says here, you can have a tendency to disconnect from reality, which is the whole imagination theory with the Pisces. And the reason why is because as this energy gets more intense, and this is where you got to put on your big girl panties and your big boy boxes and briefs and stuff. As the energies becomes more intense, because you're seeing things clearer now, your fears and feelings of anxiousness might intensify.
Oh no, it did intensify.
Okay, it did intensify. I'm trying to be nice.
I'm being dead serious. Okay. Like there was what was it, 2 days ago? This was and actually something actually happened 2 days ago that actually amplified these emotions.
Wow.
And so like 2 days ago, like there was just this feeling like complete chaos, but not so much chaos like bad, but it was just like a lot of emotions were coming in and just like going here, going there. It's like the mind was just all over the place. But come to find out that due to the magnetic changes that are going on with our planet, there was a whole nother rainbow event that happened 2 days ago.
Wow.
And that rainbow event is actually a result of the planet X or Nibiru coming into our atmosphere, which has been here for quite some time, but they want to keep lying and acting like that's not what it is. Y'all need to start telling the truth. Let us know that there's actually another whole planet that's just sitting right outside. Just wait, but okay. Anyway. So yeah, like so 2 days ago, that energy was really strong because of these events that was going on. So it really intensified the emotions. If you had that feeling of suffocation, like you were drowning, it was because of those energies.
Right, and then the reason, so the feelings of fear and anxiousness, that's going to increase only because the truth is becoming more visible to you. So whatever feelings and emotions were being suppressed, whether it's by you, whether it's by your partner, whether it's by your mom, whether it's by your dad, it doesn't matter. Suppressed emotions and suppressed feelings, they have zero chance of survival when Pluto is in retrograde in
Pisces.
No, I'm sorry, when Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces, because that deals with the imagination.
Yes.
Okay. So Neptune retrograded in Pisces, you will see toxic behaviors and addiction may re-emerge. Something you thought that you already gotten rid of, saying what's up again. And so don't be alarmed. You just have to be that alchemist, and you just have to know why it's there. Okay? Because you probably swept it under the rug instead of doing something else. You can't sweep stuff under the rug.
No.
And Divine Goddess, OMG, traveling all over my dreams. Yep. That's why intuition is heightened, super heightened. And divine guidance, have been feeling nervous in stomach, but I figured out it wasn't mine. But I think you see, so this is what happens. You're picking up, and it's the imagination. It's running wild.
Oh yeah.
Needs something to ground it, like a Virgo energy or something.
Yeah.
Something to pull it down. But it's okay. Use it to serve you. And then the thing of it is, when you see it coming up now you can know what it is. Now you can call it out, and you could know how to shift it, and you could know how to bob and weave when you need to, if you need to. Bob and weave.
You can do it.
Yes, you can do it. But you'll see a lot of toxic behaviors, aka what we're looking at right now. So this is why the planet is in the state that it's in right now, because we have all these planets in retrograde that's dealing with pulling things from in the darkness up into the light to be dealt with and to be purged and to be cleaned and cleared out for something, for a rebirthing of the new age in Aquarius, if they want to call it the golden age or whatever name terminology they want to put on it. Yeah, because it really is a purge, but it's a purge on a cosmic level. Yeah. So it's really just getting light so we can get light. Literally. And as above, so below. And I mean, listen, these universal laws, one thing they don't need to... And I think this is where people get confused. They don't need your belief. I promise you, it does not need your belief for it to do what it's supposed to do. It don't need your faith. It don't. It's going to do it. The sun could care less if you believe that it's going to rise or come up or go down or whatever. It doesn't care if you don't think it's going to happen. It's happening. So... So you might as well just acknowledge things for what it is, right? And just learn how to move accordingly, and grow and evolve. Yeah, and and just real quick so that y'all can I don't want to use that one. Hold on. Are you pulling up the 7 Hermetic principles? Yeah, just to give y'all a quick basic thing. Snapshot, because you know these are like you have to know. Okay, when you wake up from your slumber, these are some of the things that you just have to know in order to really do some things in this plane. Okay, so let me just this one probably a do for right now. So. And just starting out, so like there's 7 Hermetic principles, okay? You have first the one, I'm going to use the picture like a pointer thing. Watch this. Watch how I do this. Hold on, watch this. I'm not messing with you today. I'm not messing with you today. The first one is mentalism, which means that everything starts in the mind. Then you have, watch this. The law of correspondence, okay? As above, so below, as within, so without. Then the next thing is that everything vibrates. Everything vibrates. When you look at everything down to a cellular level, if you will look at a rock under a microscope, you will see that it is moving. Okay? It's not going to be going fast, but it's going to be moving. Yeah. And then you have the law of polarity, which means that everything has this
polar opposites. It's extreme opposites from
black to white, you know, all that type of stuff, good to bad, and, you know, however you want to look at it.
Right, right. And then you have, let me move this up so y'all can see the rest of them. I'm going to use our picture as a pointer again.
And then a lot of people think that the opposite of love is hate. The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is fear. Because when you think of love and hate, they're different temperatures. Right? It's different temperatures. So when you love, you can, how do you love somebody? How do you marry somebody? Think about it. How do you get married to somebody? You're so in love. And then, you know, with the condition, and then they do something and then you hate them. And then they do something again and then you love them. So you see that swing right there? That's a different temperature right there.
Right. And then just real quickly, you all can do the research on this yourself. The next one is the law of rhythm, which means that, oh gosh, why am I drawing a blank? Help me out with the rhythm, baby. Cycles.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Everything has a cycle.
That boom.
It had to come through. But yeah, everything has a cycle. Just like you have fall, winter, spring, and summer.
Women's cycle.
Women's cycle. You got 24 hours in a day, 7 days in a week.
Yeah. You got your seasons. Everybody got their season. You know, if you remember going to church and stuff, and the pastor would say, it's not your season. So, you know, that's a cycle. We all got our seasons. Everything got its season. Everything got its time, rhythm. And the thing with the rhythm, how you use the rhythm, because I think the rhythm they're all important, but for the rhythm one, I think that one helps with evolution and with progression the most, because when you know when your season is to do a certain thing, then you can go ahead and you can move forward. Because so often we do things out of our season and we keep repeating, we get stuck in these loops because we're not okay. It's like if you have like seeds, and it's like when you don't know your season, when you don't know when it's your time to do something, it's the same as planting seeds in the heart of winter.
Yes.
Right? Instead of planting your seeds in the springtime when it could, you know, flourish and stuff. So you have to know when to cast and plant your seeds. It's the same thing. It's rhythm. So these are the natural laws of the universe, and it really doesn't change like, you know, these statues and stuff they got up now where 1 minute you can breathe oxygen, the next minute you can't.
And believe us, family, this ties in to raising your vibrations and keeping that high, because once you know how these laws work and they affect you, you can move differently. Which is and so the next one, which is the cause and effect. Just understand, I mean, that's real simple. If you drop a If I drink the water, it's gonna go down. You see, it's just If we drink this water, the cause is me drinking it.
But that's my water, though.
But the effect is that she got less water now. It's cause and effect. It doesn't matter if you don't want it to happen. It's gonna happen.
I'm still your friend.
Right. And then the last one is the law of gender, which means that everything has its male and female parts. It's male and female energy.
Yes.
Okay? So just know that gender is in everything. From plants, animals, human beings, everything. So yeah, that's just some simple things just to really help you out along your journey, and just having the understanding of these things can really benefit you in so many ways.
Yeah, and we got one more that we didn't touch on. That's Chiron.
Oh, let me go back to that.
Is in retrograde. Chiron is in retrograde with Aries.
Just shoot, where to go? Oh,
right there.
Oh no, I'm about to bring it up on here.
Okay, nice. You click on it for me, because I didn't.
Shoot. You want to click on it?
Yeah. Okay, bam. So this one is, and I think this is why we talked about the authentic alignment. what is it, 2 videos ago, we were touching on, is your twin flame authentic? And that's energetically, I think that's one of the reasons why we touched on that. So with Chiron being in Aries retrograde, this is time for authentic alignment. Okay, and if you guys want to go ahead and you can read through it really quickly, you can see that this energy is really forcing you to come into your purpose. And if you really use all the energies that we went through, going into doing a lot of introspection with Chiron being in retrograde in Aries, I'm telling you, if you guys use these energies like how they're meant to be used, you can come out of these retrogrades a whole different person, in a good light, in a balanced light, I should say, and really knowing who you are, living purposeful, and really understanding how to like self-correct. It's like auto-correct. Knowing how to correct when you're going in a different direction, and calling yourself out, knowing how to call yourself out. Lex, thank you so much, sweetheart,
Lex, thank you so much for the donation.
That is amazing. It says Chiron is an intuitive, psychological, natural, and spiritual healer. It is wounded, but a healer nevertheless. It represents the soul's mission in this life, a journey to access personal healing gifts by facing the shadows of the ego and transforming the wound into a superpower. So this sums it up so nice. This is the last retrograde. Well, no, we have another one after this one. Yeah. But for right now, this is the 5th retrograde until the other one comes online in a few months, which is Uranus. I like to say that name. I'm sorry. I'm so immature. But yes, these, as you can see, all of these 5 retrogrades are really here to help us, to propel us forward into our greatest and best version of ourselves. Don't let anybody trick you and try to tell you that these planets being in retrograde is something negative, because it's never something negative. It's all in the way you utilize the energy. And if you're an alchemist, you could know how to use these energies to really get you to the next place, the next level that you're trying to go.
Yeah, and this is the last one, the
the Uranus.
I'm sorry, I'm a little childish. Every time I hear Uranus
is in Taurus. Baby, what they gonna do with us?
Oh no. Oh no. But it starts on August the 15th, so
Uranus is in Taurus. But anyhow, that hasn't started yet, but it's gonna go then. That's for deep insight. So after you finish doing all that goody stuff, that one is there for deep insight. So by the end of 2020, if we utilize this energy the way that we're supposed to, come 2021, what they gonna say to us?
They can't say nothing.
What they gonna say?
They're just gonna fall back.
Come on now.
Gonna fall back.
Speak on it.
Take many seats. Okay.
Speak on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep up with these energies. Know who you are. Know how to use these energies that we have around us cosmically. Know what's going on above. Know what's going on below. And better yet, know what's going on the inside.
Yes.
That is facts right there.
That is so much facts. Just dropping bombs on you. So yeah. So that's what's going on, family. So we went through and we dropped a lot of jewels for you this evening, from giving you tips on how to deal with these stressful situations, or not so much deal with the stressful situations, but things to help keep you positive, to help keep your energy up, keep your vibrations high. And then we came through with the astrology to help you out to understand what's going on and why are things so crazy.
Yeah.
And these are things that you can also do for yourself. Okay. Once again, we want to empower you to go through and do your own research.
Yes.
Go within and get your own answers.
And trust yourself. Trust yourself. And if you have an idea, I'm just going to throw this out there now. If you have an idea, your ideas are like babies.
Yes.
If you just give birth to a 2-day-old baby, you're not gonna just take the baby and just say, "Here, Peter, hold it. I gotta go do something." No, you're gonna probably want them to do some hand sanitizing. You probably won't want them to really be too much in the baby's face. So your ideas are like babies. When you have an idea, when you get inspiration comes from spirit. Inspire in spirit. When you get an inspiration, right? You treat it like a baby. You don't necessarily want to tell just about everyone, right? You wanna guard it, and then when it's at a certain point, where you feel like, okay, my baby is about maybe a year old now, and they're a little bit more resilient to whatever, then yeah, you send them out to play, let them eat a little dirt, whatever have you. Build up their immune system. Treat it the same way, right? But when you have ideas, keep your ideas to yourself until it is old enough or strong enough for you to share it. Because energy is real. Energy is super real. And sometimes you might share your idea with someone who really, literally is not trying to see you win.
Nope.
And I say this with a little bit of grain of salt because I've seen it with my own eyes and I was just like, wow, people are crazy. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes things like that happen, but you don't dwell on it and you don't let it bring you down. It's just, you see it and you accept it, you bless it, and you move forward. And you're just grateful that you were able to see things because, your higher self, your guides, whatever you want to call it, will bring things into your perspective or whatever for a reason. It's there for a reason. You saw it for a reason. You heard it for a reason. Okay, so you got to pay attention to it.
Yes.
Don't just dismiss it. You heard it for a reason. And this might be for somebody special on this live. You might have heard it or saw it for a reason. Don't dismiss it.
Right. And just to give you all just a quick heads up, you gotta excuse me because I probably
look at you working in the background.
I probably had some facial expressions going on. So I'm like, get your ass over here. I was trying to show something on the screen, but it wouldn't move. But just to give you all a quick quick sneak peek. We have our ebook that we designed, we put together. It's going to have some basic information in there for you all who are on this twin flame journey.
Yes.
So it's going to be answering some questions like, what is twin flames? What are some signs of twin flame relationships? And what are some common questions along with some other things in here? So just want to give y'all a little sneak peek. Y'all been talking about we need to get a book together, so we did just that. We got a book together, and so definitely be on the lookout for that. It is coming soon. We're putting in work, y'all.
Yeah.
Because right now, just like we were just talking about with these retrogrades, this is the time for you to set yourself up for success.
This is it.
And we are doing just that.
Just that, putting in a lot of work. And again, guys, we are still helping individuals who wanting some assistance, like as far as getting like additional income or setting yourself up for success financially with financial literacy, like education. So if you're wanting to know more about that, my baby's gonna put the number in the chat, and you can just text either agent, or you can
we'll do boss.
Boss. You can text boss to find out some more information about how you can really set yourself up for success in these trying times when the economy looks like it's not doing so good. So we've been using this time to help a lot of different people also. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for tonight. We just wanted to share this information with you because we realize that these energies are not really if for people who don't really understand what's going on or why they feel the way that they do, we wanted to take some time to explain what's going on energetically and why you feel the way that you do. Kind of make sense to these things.
Yeah. and just give you some tips on navigating these waters and treading, just like our sister was talking about earlier. She's treading water. We want to make sure that you all can tread this water and make it through to the end.
Exactly. And then eventually float if you have to. Just float.
Float on.
Float.
All right. So yeah, that is it for this evening. This actually went a little bit longer than
over, but hey,
anticipated. And now you two talking about some lag and things.
Okay.
So let's go ahead. We're gonna head out of here, y'all. We love y'all so much.
Guys
so much.
Peace out.
Peace out.